Hello and welcome to Reading's Veterans Stadium. It is homecoming night as the Blue Devils will be hosting the Madeira Mustangs. Hello, I'm Bill Bretson. Joining me is Mike Day. Mike, we got two 4-1 teams coming in here tonight. Reading is actually 2-1 in the league, and Madeira 1-1 in the league. And as far as Reading goes, both evenly matched teams, we think, at least on paper. But what's Reading's keys, real quick?
Well, you know, Reading starts seniors who had to play as sophomores. 2 years ago, we did the game at Marymount, and we saw a lot of sophomores playing because there weren't as many upperclassmen. And unfortunately, they got beat pretty good over there. But it was a learning curve, and so now as seniors, they've gotten like 20 varsity games under their belt. So they have a lead in the experience department over Madeira. Madeira only has 6 or 7 seniors, and I noticed 2 of them were kickers. So Reading has a bigger lead in the experience department. They have Joel Steinkennig, who's going to lead the offense at quarterback. He's got a great completing percentage and all that, and 11 touchdowns with no interceptions.
It's impressive.
It's very impressive.
As far as Madeira goes, they are coached by Chris Stewart and Cody Reardon, of course, the coach for Reading. Coach Stewart says we're going to have to play our very best football game. We have a chance to be a successful game tonight. They don't want to let Steinkennig get comfortable out there. They're going to put pressure on him, and they got one guy that can put pressure on him, and that would be Connor Kravac. He has 7 sacks so far this season in the first 5 games. Max Altry, he's another guy to watch. So he's on defense and offense. He has 3 interceptions, but he leads the league in catches and he leads the league in yards of receiving. He's one of those guys that never leaves the field. So,
and for Reading, they played Wyoming last week. And Wyoming is I think they're number 1 in the state in their division, or number 2. They have C.J. Hester, who's just, and the score actually was a very good score last week. But they're looking for long possessions. They have the leading quarterback, one of the best receivers, and a good running back. So they're looking for long possessions. They don't have a lot of long scoring instant plays. They just want to hold the possession. They have 8 touchdowns scored this, and that's second most in the CHL. So it's a control game for them. And on Madeira's side, like you said, they don't want that to happen.
They don't want
to. You know, it's going to be a good contest. I look for a medium scoring game. It's not going to be high scoring. And it's not going to be low scoring. You know, I look about 21, maybe 21-14.
For the Mustangs.
We'll see how it goes here. Madeira won the toss. They defer. Reading is going to get the ball first, so we're going to see Steinkennig and company get the ball first. Casey Hint and George Fell back for the Blue Devils. As Jay Gunn is a little quick kick, nice. And it's picked up by number 14.
That was a nice hop. Kick. They wanted to keep it away from the backs, and they did a little pooch kick, and Reading did a good job of it. It did take a very nice bounce.
Yes, it did.
I've seen that work. They get it right between the lines of the offense, and if it takes a funky bounce, Madeira could have stole the ball there.
All right, Reading's get the ball here. They're in good field position on their own 39-yard line. Joel Steinkennig behind is in the shotgun formation. You've got Caden Connor and Jaden Bennis in the backfield with him. And a whole group of nice receivers. Connor gets the ball first. Connor gets some good yardage, picks up about 6 yards, and up to about the 46-yard line.
We have a missing child here tonight, Lexi Dyer. Young lady, Lexi Dyer, a missing child.
We have a missing child here. If any of you out there have seen the missing child.
Lexi Dyer?
That's interesting.
Okay.
That's interesting. We are live streaming tonight, so we welcome people from all over watching this game tonight.
Beautiful night. Beautiful night. Great night for football.
And Caden Connor says it's a great night to take the ball down to about the 39-yard line. He just picked up about 16 yards.
He got yards after contact. It was great. He got hit early and just busted through a couple of arm tackles.
He's had a couple 100-yard games this year. He's third in the CHL with 413 yards coming in, and it's been all Caden Connor so far.
Well, if you run for 6 yards a pop, you know, why not?
Man in motion. And it's a jet sweep now. And that is number 5 for Reading. That's Caleb Minton.
Caleb Minton, ball carrier.
On the jet sweep around there, they pick up about 6-7 yards.
Yeah.
They're picking up some nice yardage, Mike, on these.
Yeah. I don't know. We're pretty far away, but boy, it looked like there was a face mask. His whole helmet got turned. But they're right there a lot closer than we are, so.
Yeah. We'll go.
My eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
We'll go over our what? We'll go over our officials here in a second here, speaking of that. So Reading's now got a 2nd down and 3 at 32-yard line of Madeira.
Yeah, they're getting chunks at a time, and that's the game plan.
Steinkenny hasn't thrown yet. Let's see what he's going to keep it himself.
I think that's a busted play.
Yeah.
Half the group moved, half didn't.
Now we got our first penalty of the game.
That's going to be a false start.
And it's going to go against Reading. Our referee is Ron Lang. Chris Arntz is the umpire. Heads lineman is Tony Caravella.
Only 5 yards.
Line judge is Gary Hayden. And Corey King is our back judge.
There you go.
There's our stripes here tonight. Reading loses 5 on that one. Sets up about a 2nd and 9 now. Now Steinkenny back to pass. He's got a man open. And
good tackle. Good open field tackle.
Nice open field tackle. That's Jordan Feld had open. They made up some of that yardage back again, so it's going to set up about 3rd, about 4 or 5.
That was Max Autry on the open field tackle, too.
About 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and a long 3.
My guess, Coach Reardon's thinking 2 plays. This is definitely out of field goal range.
Feld, it's only his 7th reception in the season, but he has 151 yards before that. Let's see if they're going to say, they didn't get in the neutral. I was going to say, I thought
he jumped. He jumped, but they didn't snap the ball. He had time to get back.
Man in motion. Steinkenny keeps it now. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 25 down to about the 24-yard. They're going to move the sticks on that one.
Nice fake of the jet sweep. Made the linebackers move with the sweep. And he cut against the grain. We're going to see it here. You'll see the jet sweep go that way. The linebackers all shifted. He breaks that tackle. He might go for a distance, go for the distance.
Said he went down on the 25-yard line. That's where we're going to spot it. So Reading, their 3rd 1st down on this series. They started at the 39-yard line. Steinkenny fakes it, and they're going to catch him in the backfield here. Nice open field tackle there. Looks like number 5, Connor.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a busted play or was it just a great defensive play. Because as soon as he turned, he faked the pitch, and as soon as he turned, there was a defender in his face.
Kravak, the junior, got the tackle for a loss there. He's the one that leads.
He's a big kid. He's about 6'5".
Kravak leads the league with 7 sacks.
That's probably a sack as he lost yardage.
Looks like Steinkenny's going to change the play up. Fakes the pitch, takes it himself. Now he throws it and threw it behind Jordan Feld.
Broken up by.
Let's talk about that Reading offensive line here. They have Dirk Conrad, a sophomore, Austin Vaughn, a junior, Blake Rasner, he's the center. He's a sophomore. Zach Schultz is a senior, 2nd team All-League last year, and Louis Hess, a senior. That is a good offensive line made up of 3 seniors, sophomore and junior, and they also run a couple more sophomores in there. So
that's what you like to see as a coach. You like to see that it's not all seniors, because if it was all seniors, then next year would be brutal again.
Yeah. I thought we heard a whistle there, but we didn't.
Oh, he was open too. Nice little slant.
That's Casey Hinton.
To Casey Hinton.
Just in and out of his hands. That's 4th down. Now, Jacob Allen, the kicker, he has not tried any field goals at all this year. But I think right now, as you said, Mike, I think you pretty much have field goal range. This is 4-down territory right now.
You might as well. A punt does nothing. Maybe get you 10 yards, especially if it goes in the end zone.
Right.
In fact, it probably gets you about 6 yards. So.
Steinkenny looking. And in and out.
Yep.
That was intended for Casey Hinton. Again, nice defense by
Henry
Madeira. So Madeira gave up some yards in the middle of the field, but they came tough when it came down to their end.
That's what they wanted, bend but don't break.
So the Mustangs will take over on offense. They'll be led by Peter Breitenbach. He's a sophomore. He's third in the CHL in passing, 740 yards, 61 out of 112. 4 touchdown passes, but 8 interceptions this year. He has been picked off 8 different times.
I'm guessing a lot of that is from pressure, where he tried to force it a little bit. We'll see if Reading can do that.
And the ball is given to number 9. That's Nick Heiser.
Ooh, busted tackle there.
And
good job.
Heiser
Good run.
gets about 8-9 yards. He's coming off his best game of the season, 178 yards last week against Finneytown. A couple weeks ago against Purcell Marion, he scored the winning touchdown in the last few seconds of the game. So he's been a go-to guy. Heiser is a junior. Makes up that backfield. Also Henry Manning, he's a senior. Ready,
They jump.
The Blue Devils.
Little cadence.
And that's going to give them a first
Blue
down.
Devils jumped offsides. Penalty of 5 yards.
That's the one that gives a coach
good
gray
enough
hair
for
when you get
Mustang
that first down
down.
off of a penalty.
They've been watching too many of the UC Bearcats on last Saturday, where they were false starts and offsides all day.
Ada Mingus, A.J. Rockwell, Luke Browning, Max Mobley, Grant Edgington. Those are the
First and
offensive
10.
linemen for the Madeira
At the wrong
Mustangs.
39.
We'll see Connor Kravac. Yeah.
Well, Madeira's calling a
Timeout.
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 Mustangs.
Interesting. Early timeout here,
They
called by
must have
Chris
seen
Stewart.
something they didn't like.
We'll run,
Yeah, because of those 8 interceptions.
Yeah.
They
Well-
might have seen something.
We'll run down at the rest of that, those ends. Tight end Connor Kravac. His brother Carson is wide receiver. Matt Aldry, he is a receiver, and Blake Ham. So that makes out the Madeira offense right now. Might as well talk about Reading defense. They're right up there right now. Caden Con. You know, this is Division 5. A lot of these guys are
play
playing
back
both
and
ways.
forth.
Right. So some of these guys never lead the field.
Right.
Caden Connor, first team all the league last year. He and Jack Nash are your down linemen. Jacob Stiles, he's a sophomore, and Peyton Johnson, a freshman. They are your ends. And then Dickie Engel, he's
The fourth.
yeah, he leads
Gosh.
the team in tackles with 60. He has 4 sacks, second in league. Vincent Edichico, Antoine Brooks, Jaden Bemis are your linebackers. Julian Bemis, Jordan Feld, Casey Hinton. Back to pass. Got his close man there. That was dumped off man there, right there, number 5.
That's Kravac.
Connor Kravac.
He's a big target. Like I said, he's about 6'5". He's a big target.
That's not a bad play by Breitenbach
No.
there, because he was looking downfield and decided
At the deep level was covered,
yeah,
so he checked down.
and picked
Good
up
movement.
about 7 yards on that
Tackle
play.
on last play by Casey Hinton.
Breitenbach in the shotgun, gives it to Heiser. He is stopped short of a first
Heiser, the
down.
ball carrier.
Yep.
Stopped for little or no gain.
Now this is not 4-down territory.
Nope.
And
Third
they keep
down.
going.
Want to turn this
Tackle for the
over.
Blue
So
Devils.
Third down and 2.
go to your strength. Both teams know what their strengths are. I'm sure they do a lot of, statistics on 3rd and 2, what they're going to run. Just mano y mano.
We've played more than half of the first quarter of no score. Vach moves into the slot. Gives a Heiser. Heiser's got first down.
Heiser, the ball
Out come out
carrier.
the 50-yard line.
All it takes is a tiny seam for a good running back. They find it, and they go.
Well, I think Kravac
Picks
did
up
a
a
very good
first down
job,
at
too,
midfield.
because he
First
ran
and
over
10.
him. It was one of the
Mustangs.
blockers out there.
At midfield.
Exactly. Doesn't hurt to have such big guys up front. Like we said, a couple of years ago, Reading didn't have the big guys. They were not that. Now they are bigger and stronger.
Breitenbach now, man in motion. And he fakes
nice.
it. Oh, nice job for Reading. That's number 8, Jack Nash. He was in there right away.
I tell you, if they ran that jet sweep, that was I don't know if it was an option of what to do. You're going to see it here. He hands it off right there. It's open, but Jack Nash took a chance. He took a chance and said, I'm going to tackle this guy, and he got in there. Jack.
Plenty of help of other Blue Devils right there. They lose 2 on that one. It's going to set up a 2nd and 12 now
I think they were hoping to fool him.
at the 48-yard line. He gets to his screen pass to number 2. That's Blake Ham. Blake Ham gets a little bit of yardage right there, over the 50, but pushed back by the Blue Devils.
That was good gang tackling. Julian Bemis had him, slowed him down. It was going to be a tough open field tackle, but the Blue Devils read it.
Tackled by Engel and Bemis.
Had a lot of help.
Third and long now.
And 6.
Important play now for both teams. Looks like Breitbach might be changing the play. Breitbach back to pass. Got a man open, and
where do they mark him? Yep, forward progress. Right at the line.
Carson Kravak, and they're going to say he got it.
Well, that was a good job by Kravak to go past where he needed to be for the first down, go past where it is, so that if you are tackled backwards, you get forward progress. You know, you try to coach that, but not everybody listens. I've seen it in the pros that they don't do it.
At the 39-yard line now. New set of downs for the Mustangs. This time it's a Manning. Manning breaks one tackle.
Man. Wrap him up, wrap him up.
And finally picks up about 2 or 3 yards. Henry Manning, he's actually the leading rusher for the Madeira Mustangs.
Yeah, Caden Connor had him in the backfield.
I
just couldn't wrap him up.
Should say he's second leading, 222 yards. He leads and carries with 54 coming into the game. That's the first time he touched the ball here tonight. And Manning's the only one in the backfield right now with Breitenbach. Breitenbach looks like he's changing up plays again.
Man, everybody's moving. They're set.
Breitenbach pumps once. We're going to have a penalty flag coming out.
That's going to be a holding.
It's going to be a hold that came from the backfield.
That's what Reading needed to do, though. They're going to deny it or decline it.
Back to pass.
Take the 4th down.
Take the 4th. Well, it'll be 3rd down, but it'll third about 14.
There's a penalty flag down.
Reading did decline the penalty.
On the Mustangs.
So it moves the ball back to about the 43-yard line right now.
12.
Yep, they have to get down to around the 29, it looks like, close to that.
Yeah, the nice part is the game's been played right in the middle of the field.
We've seen it perfect. Can't have even better with us.
Further away they go, the harder it is for us to see, Bill.
Us old guys,
Us old guys. Us old retired guys.
Old retired guys, yeah.
I just retired.
Congratulations, Mike. Mike just retired from teaching and
33
coaching.
years. Looking forward to lots of good times. There we go.
That's a big play by Reading, by Dickie Engel. Wow.
He jumped the gun. It was not a straight blitz. He kind of waited a little bit. Here he goes. You see him there. Here he comes there. The back didn't pick him up.
Dickie gets his fifth.
See, that's what happens when you know they're going to pass. You know they're going to pass. You can do that.
It's his 5th sack. He pushed him back almost to even deal. But as it is, Nick Kaiser's in the punt. Casey Hinton back at about the 18-yard line. That's going to be a short punt.
We'll let it bounce.
And Finn's going to pick it up. He's going to make some yardage out of it. Still on his feet.
Casey Hinton
got over the 25-yard line, picked up about 6 yards, and Reading's back in business again on offense. Thanks to the Dickie Engel sack.
And returns.
Now this is pretty much what we expected. Just ball control. Nothing flashy.
Blue Devils at that point.
Let's see if Steinkenny's going to throw more in this series.
We'll see.
That first series, he was a lot of Caden Connor, but we'll see what happens on this series.
Well, the game evolves. It's kind of like a championship boxing match. You feel each other out a little bit here and there.
Steinkenny got to hand it off to Caden Connor.
Caden
Connor picks up about 3 or 4 yards on that play.
Well,
Madeira defense, let's run it around right now. J.J. Heffel, sophomore. Connor Kravak, junior. Steve Schwally, there are your down linemen. Henry Manning, Aiden Mingus, Nick Kaiser, Connor Kravak are your linebackers. Matt Audrey, Blake Cam, Nate Openchka and Mike Cedillo are your defensive backs. And nice play by, we got a flag coming in on it.
That was thrown by the back judge, or the umpire, I think. Did he see holding? Yep. He's giving the signal for, what is it, holding or face?
Kane Connor picks up
holding.
About 10 yards,
yeah.
But there's a penalty flag on the play.
Connor broke a lot of tackles.
He broke a lot of tackles. Should be from the spot of the foul.
It looks like it's back almost at the line of scrimmage there. So
yeah, that hurts.
Blue Devils are penalized.
So Blue Devils are marched back to about the
point of the foul for holding.
18-yard line.
That certainly sets you. Now we're going to see him throw a ball a little bit. Let's hope that they can catch it.
Yep.
Let's see if they can catch it.
He's got some good receivers.
He does. He does. I'd stay away from number 7 though.
There's the Feld.
He got the about 7 yards.
Oh, safe pass with that one for Jordan Feld. As I said, Feld came in this game, Mike. He had 6 passes, 151 yards, 25-yard average, and 3 of his 6 passes were touchdowns. I think I go to him all the time.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he's got a nice percentage there. Still 3 for 8 now.
Right. So they're going to play 2 deep defense. They'll let the under be caught.
And there's a catch made by Julian
That's
Bemis.
A first down. Nice out.
Julian
nice
Bemis.
out. Joel threw it to the only place, where, to the side where the only person who can catch it. You're going to see it here. Watch where the defender is. You see the defender. So the pass goes where only the wide receiver can catch it. No worries of an interception. And there goes the first quarter.
We've ended quarter number 1. We have no score here at Reading on homecoming night. And congratulations to King Jaden Bemis and Queen Carly Holbert. They were crowned the king and queen here before the game tonight. We're going to step out for just a moment. We will be back for second quarter action. Don't go away.
After the game.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Play Eric Amarola's Race Day Mix.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
The drive, and she's got Reading's first 2 points.
10-5, touchdown, he runs over the quarterback. Reading's up 13-0.
Reading's Veterans Stadium on a beautiful night for football. We have no score here as we enter quarter number 2. The Blue Devils with the ball. Pitch back.
Little trick. He's going for it.
Steinkenny airing it out.
Open.
He's got a man open, and does he just drop to Julian Bemis was open.
Boy, those referees would love, or I'm sure they'd love to see that on replay. The problem was it was underthrown.
Yeah, Blake.
He was open.
Blake Ham was right there for the Mustangs.
And he did hit Julian Bemis. Did he hit him early? Here we go to see it. Let's watch. Little fake, lateral back. And he threw this as probably as far as he could, and it still wasn't far enough. Right? Oh, yeah, he got there a little early, but that's tough to call.
Yeah.
That's tough to see. Even the referees in college and the pros don't see it always. It was bang, bang. If he could have just gotten a little bit of air or thrown it earlier.
Steinkenny, screen pass. Oh, and that is dropped by Julian Bemis. Ooh, Julian's having a little dropsies here. And we said Julian and Jaden, they are twins.
Yeah.
3rd and 10.
Both good basketball players here at Reading. Great nephews of Tom Bemis, who I was just talking to before the game tonight. Mr. Magic Man, he's retired now as a teacher. He's one of us guys now, loving that retirement stuff.
Yeah.
Still does magic shows, though. 3rd and 10 now for the Blue Devils.
If they can get somebody past this, it's open up the middle. They're backpedaling.
And Steinkenny, yeah, nice open field tackle.
Steinkenny
made by
back to
number
pass.
5. That's Connor
Tries to run it
Provide.
out, tripped up at about the
He
line
picked
of
up about
scrimmage.
2 yards, but it's going to be a
4th
4th
and
down
9.
situation. So the Blue Devil, Jacob Allen, will be out to kick.
Jacob did tell me before the game that he also will be having shoulder surgery. I had rotator cuff surgery a month ago. At the end of this season, he's going to have it.
Jacob plays on the soccer team. He's goalie for the soccer team here. And we
Ball
have
start. Somebody move.
Legal procedure on us. On the Blue Devils.
Well, they must have scouted Jacob because they're not very deep on the punt.
no.
They don't think he's going to boom it too far.
Jacob's done okay in the PAT, especially recently, but has not attempted a field goal this year.
Madeira should get good field position.
Altry there.
He kicked it away from him.
Altry gets a nice little
There.
Reading bounce
There you
there.
go. That's the best you could expect there. Good job.
Jacob Allen's
Down
punt
to about
goes out
the
of bounds.
32-yard
About
line,
the
so we will give him about 34 yards.
33
You're the
yard
math
line.
teacher. You should be figuring this thing out.
I'm done with math. I'm
Okay,
done.
you're done. Okay, about 34 yards on
Although
the
I
punt.
did do a combinatoric problem for Mrs. Kelly. She was asking for a little help on the class I taught for 30 years called discrete math.
Okay.
I'm going to go in this week and try to help out with that. It's very complicated, Bill, something you wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't understand. Does it have to do with social studies?
No, not one
No,
bit.
I don't. Just leave me out of it.
It has to do with
Alexis,
Pascal's
please go to
triangle,
the
taxicab
concession stand.
geometry,
Alexis,
and
please go
combinatorics.
to the
Anybody out there
concession stand.
knows what I'm talking about.
Alexis.
You really are a math nerd.
All right. We ended up having a penalty on that play, and I think it was after the play because they're marching
Yeah,
off
they're definitely
15 yards down to about the, it's like around the 23-yard line, so something happened.
You got to wait for the guys to get set up here. You can't snap it yet.
Is the mayor still on the
I
crew
don't
down
know
there?
if he. No, you know what?
Mayor Bemis?
I don't know.
He has been on the
On the chain
crew,
gang?
chain gang for years.
Yeah.
It's a 10 Mustangs.
We'll have to check that out. I think that might be him on the left down there.
I know.
He's across the
I saw
field.
him come in.
So how many?
He got a hamburger just like you.
How many towns has the mayor on the chain gang? I love it. That's Americana for you. Breitenbach back to pass. He got his man out.
Nice.
Nice tackle by Julian Bemis.
Nice.
Just upended.
That was textbook.
That was Matt Altry. He was coming out.
He was coming. He was looking. There he is going by.
He was a man
Little
in motion.
open screen here.
For a
Boom.
2-yard loss
Nice tackle.
by Julian Bemis.
Wrapped around the ankles. Nobody's going to get out of that tackle.
Breitenbach looks like he's changing the play again. They lost about 2 yards in that one. It's 2nd and 12. And Reading coming to blitz right now. Breitenbach though gets a pass out, and it is
call.
good. And
Good
it's
call. They had blocker ahead of him.
Gang tackle down there.
Yeah,
We didn't
Reading
see
just
the-
fought through.
We didn't see the number down
Breitenbach's
there.
pass.
That was to number 7, Max Altry.
There were blockers ahead of him, but Reading did a good job of standing them up so that the
Wrestled down by
rest of the guys could come
Diego.
over and tackle.
Picked up about 5 or 6 on that one. It's going to set up a third and about 5. Breitenbach manning in the backfield with him. Breitenbach back to throw over the middle. Almost picked off by the
play.
Blue Devils.
Beautiful
Breitenbach's
play.
pass
Jordan
broken up
Feld
by
had his
Jordan
It was
hands
there.
up.
It was a good pass.
Yeah.
Just
4th
defense
and
was
5.
excellent. You'll see him come over the top, not interfere. There's a little separation.
Yeah, Felden had his hands on it.
Yeah. He cut right in front, knocked it down. Couldn't intercept it, so he knocked it down. Excellent play.
And it sets up 4th down, and the Kaiser back to punt. Casey Minton back to receive. It's going to
That's
be
a
a
nice
nice high punt. Drives Hinton back to about the 30. He's going to take it, though.
Flag.
35, flag
Right
coming
on the
down.
Flag on the play.
Block in the back. He saw that one right away.
So he picked up about 20 in that play, but it's going to be coming back.
And that was Casey. No. That was Julian Bemis. Yep, number 2.
Casey a little frustrated down there, as you can
Yeah.
see, because yeah, nice little run back. Instead, though, Blue Devils will be starting deep in their own territory again. Here we've gone 9:28 here into this second quarter. Still no score between these two teams.
He did have the one play that could have been a big one. Just a little bit underthrown.
Blocking in the back.
All right, this is exactly what Madeira wanted. Keep them from marching down the field quickly and easily and getting that quick score.
Steinkaney, man in the backfield, slot in motion here. Give to Caden Connor. Connor's got running room. 40, 45 out
Nice.
to around the 48-yard line. Picks up about 25 on that one.
He broke through the initial tackle, got to the second level, and was left only with the safety. There's a broken tackle right there. Max Autry's chasing.
He puts on the Jets right there.
Yeah, good run. Good run.
25 yards.
Got him right at that little bit of a hole.
And this time, though, he's not going to get too far. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Madeira is all
Looked
over
like Nick
him.
Heiser busted through and busted that play up a little bit. Didn't get the tackle, but
2nd and 10.
made him miss the hole he wanted.
2nd and 10, Blue Devils at their own 48-yard line. And in motion, see if they come that way. They go the other way. And in and out of the hands of Jordan Feld.
That's a couple of drops we've had.
Both teams have had
Both teams,
problems,
yeah.
with troubles with the drops out here. Time can't see why. It's perfect night.
Yeah, it's perfect night.
No.
I don't know if they were running before they catch it, looking into the hands.
Nevertheless, it sets up now a 3rd and 10 now for the Blue Devils.
3rd and 10.
This might be a good time for a screen.
Gives it to Caden Connor. Connor moving forward. Nice job, Caden Connor.
Okay, Coach, what do you do? 4th and 1.
Picks up about
I think I go for it.
Yeah, they're going for it. They're going quick. There you go, right through the hole. Met by the linebacker, safety. Ooh, 77 did a good job of coming back. That's Grant Edgington.
Timeout.
And Madeira calls her 2nd timeout of the half. So Chris Stewart probably wisely calls the time at that point in time.
Exactly.
So let's look at the Harmon ratings right now of not only the CHL teams, we'll look at the ICRC teams in Division I. And this year, I think people know, 16 teams go, and the top 8 will get a home game. So Division I's easy because there's only like 17, 18 teams.
Right.
But Milford is 3rd, Princeton is 6th, Sycamore is 8th, and Mason just out of that home advantage there, 9. And today they would play Sycamore at Sycamore. Division III, Mount Healthy is 9th. In Division IV, Wyoming here in our league, CHL, they're 2nd. Taylor is 11th. Division V, well, it's dominated by CHL. Marymount number 1, Madeira 4, Reading 5. Roger Bacon is in 7th place in Division 6. Cincinnati Country Day is 11th. And Deer Park is 15th in our CHL schools. So Indian Hill, Finningtown, both teams have shots at getting in the playoffs. It could conceivably have all 8 teams in the CHL in the playoffs this year. There's Steinkenny pushing forward, and he might have.
He's coming in from which foot is he using? Left foot, right foot?
He might be having it. The Reading's indicating it. Let's see if that.
Yeah, they got it. I tell you, those referees, those side judges, or they. Who knows? Oh, you know what, though? They already moved the chains.
Well, they started to move the change, and the Madeira coaches were livid over there.
Yeah.
I think they want a measurement.
I don't know if they moved. What's going on here?
Well, wait a minute. Hang on a second.
They haven't.
For the Blue Devils.
but they haven't moved the chains. Huh? There seems to be confusion.
I don't know if they're calling for a measurement. They might be calling for. Can they do that? I guess can they call for a measurement for it?
Well, yeah, because the one judge is touching the.
Review by the referees.
The one judge is touching the.
It's under review. They had to come up and look at our monitor here.
They're coming out with the chains.
They are going to come out.
This is so arbitrary. You know who this depends on is the guy who makes the lines.
Yeah.
If he draws the lines, and do they know you're supposed to be perpendicular to the lines? Well, you don't know if they're perpendicular to the line. So it's a pile, and you know the running back behind Casey, he just pushes. He just pushes that pile.
He had it by about 6 inches when the measurement came.
That's
up.
all. Look his hands on his back, and he's pushing. You know what you need back there is you need a big 280-pound lineman pushing him through the fridge.
Yeah. Well, you do have Zach Schultz, 270. So, and there's
a nice fake.
It's Casey Hinton.
That was a nice fake.
Hinton, nice all-around corner there, picks up about 8 or 9 yards. Looks like, short of 8 yards here that he's going to pick
Biggest
up.
on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Reading drove about this distance into Madeira territory the first quarter and then came up short. Let's see what they do now. Steinkenny in the shotgun. Pitch is to Caden Connor. Connor trying to follow. Trying to follow his blockers up there.
First down.
Inside to 30.
Caden Connor picks up the Blue Devil first down.
That's enough.
Looks like good old Le'Veon Bell there from the Steelers. They used to always say he would just watch and look and hide behind the lineman until he saw the opening.
Speaking of Steelers, I got something. I got a Steeler thing to tell you here in a second since I got my notes out right now. They're in town this weekend. No, they're in town over there. Steinkenny. Pass.
Oh, nice
catch. Did he
catch.
get it in downs? Yes, he did. Nice catch.
Nice catch. That was a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch.
Jaden Bemis.
In high school, you only have to get 1 foot down like in college.
4-yard line.
2nd and 4 now. Ball is down about to 24.
Fake. Jump throw. Look at one hand, one foot. Nice.
He was getting pressure too.
Yeah, he was. Little jump throw. Like Tim Tebow there.
There you
that
go.
Jump throw.
Connor trying to push that line forward.
Connor, the ball
gets back almost to the line of scrimmage. So Jordan Stevens is the defensive coordinator for Reading.
Okay.
He's a Pittsburgh guy.
Uh-oh.
A Pittsburgh Steeler guy. I think Cody told me he showed up at one of Cody's kids' birthday parties with a Pittsburgh Steelers stuff on. Oh.
Okay, that's all right.
Jordan's been his defensive coordinator since Cody has come here to Reading as a head coach. Cody was here for an assistant coach for a while, and then followed Pat McLaughlin to Princeton and LaSalle. Connor.
Driving.
Pushing forward.
Keeping those legs moving.
Got to get down to that 20 for a first down.
Not there yet.
First down.
4th and short, and this is definitely 4-down territory for the Blue Devils.
That push again.
They're about 1 yard short of getting that first down. Look like a solid yard here.
Offensive lineman Louis Hess, 56.
Jacob Sales.
Love Louis Hess. Looks like he's limping a little. He'll play it through, though. He's tough.
Jacob Sales just came in, number 61, sophomore. And I imagine they want a little more beef up there in front here. Let's see if either Steinkenny will keep it himself or give it to Connor. He's going to give it to Connor. Connor's got enough. He's inside the 20. They're in the red zone right now.
Yeah, Madeira had initial movement and push. But when you start 7 yards back and you get that that momentum going, the big momentum.
Well, and you had the extra lineman in there too to help out. Sales back off the field right now. He was in for purposes of that.
What a great picture. High school football, look at that.
Absolutely. Can't be any better.
Oh my gosh.
And this area is probably one of the best in the country.
Right.
Steinkenny now, new set of downs at the 19-yard line. See if he, it's a reverse. And then it goes to Jaden Bemis. Bemis on the reverse.
I don't know. I thought Steinkenny held the ball. He's down there blocking.
9 yards. Tackled by Autry.
So Jaden Bemis.
He fooled me. So hand off there, hand off there.
There's Jaden.
And there's Joel down the field blocking. I thought he had the ball.
Yeah, hitting and throwing a good block.
Max
right
Autry
there.
did a good job of fighting through that tackle or that block.
Yeah,
Otherwise, that might have been a score.
9-yard gain on that one now. Redding at the 11-yard line. So you see Steinkenny goes for the end zone. Nope, pitch is going to go to Caden Connor. And he gets the first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Blue Devils. Look how he's out about 7-8 yard line.
Yeah, this is a this is a long drive. It's a long drive. They got to come away with points here, though.
Ready at the 7 of the Mustangs.
New set of downs, first and goal at the 7-yard line for the Blue Devils.
What's interesting is you said that Jacob Allen hasn't tried a field goal. So this, I don't know if they'll go 4-down territory or not. Try to get the touchdown.
It's down about 4 minutes to go here and a half. I think he wanted to get that touchdown. I mean, this is I think a crucial time.
Oh yeah, very.
Especially as this game being a defensive game so far. Caden Connor inside the 5, still on his feet. Down to.
They haven't blown a whistle. There it is.
Looks
down
like
to about the 3.
Looked like a rugby scrum
It did.
right there.
Oh, and the other team, Madeira came out with the ball.
Picks up about 5 yards to about the 3-yard line.
He came out the ball just to give it to the
Hey,
referee.
here I actually have the ball.
Negus on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Second and goal, 3-yard line. See if Reddy will just keep it on the ground. He's going to keep grinding away here.
I think they'd love to see this clock go all the way down. I don't know if they can do 3 minutes for this drive, but.
Caden Connor.
There he goes. He's in.
Connor,
he's in.
extra
he's in.
effort. He's in the end zone. Caden Connor, 3 yards out, the first score of the game.
He got hit early, but those legs kept driving. Ready touchdown.
So Connor picks up his 8th touchdown of the season.
You'll see him get hit right there. Bounces off there.
Good second effort.
The defensive back. Opachica couldn't stop him. Too much momentum.
And
Jacob Allen, and
Connor.
it's good.
And that is now 13 in a row for Jacob Allen as far as PAT. A story about him, Mike, he started slow this season. He had trouble the first couple of games with kicking, and he got a new holder. And his new holder is a freshman, Connor Davis.
I never thought a holder would be that big a difference.
I wouldn't think so either, but according to Coach Reardon, when Connor became the holder for him, he now has hit 13 straight PATs. So I guess that can make a difference, a guy that puts the ball down well for you. The Bengals always use Kevin Huber for a holder.
Yeah,
and I think it's
he
good
used to be the backup quarterback.
Right.
I remember Tony Romo that one time fumbled that, and then they started using. They said, "Well, that's silly. Let's use a punter because they're used to catching those snaps."
Exactly.
Well, it'll be interesting now what Madeira does. 3:05. They haven't had a whole lot of success just marching the ball down the field, so we'll see if they put it up in the air a little bit, but. Greenbach has a tendency to throw some interceptions too. So
Sedillo are back deep for the Mustangs.
We'll see
Max Autry and Colin Miranda. Colin Miranda, a freshman back there for the Mustangs as Jacob Allen tees it up. This one's a pretty decent kick.
About the 10.
And it looks like it's taken by Miranda and knocked down just shy of the 20-yard line.
Good coverage.
Returns a kick about 11
Madeira
yards.
has dominated the series with Reading the last 10 times these teams have played. Madeira has won 8 of those 10 games, including the last 3 have all been shutouts against the Blue Devils. Well, that just ended just a couple minutes ago with Mr. Caden Connor into the end zone.
Now Madeira will get the second half kickoff, so I don't know if they'll want to put this in the air too much. We'll see what the coach is thinking.
They're at the 17-yard line. Breitenbach. It's a man in motion. And loses the ball. Redding picks it up, falls on it, and
I'm not sure they can advance it.
I don't know if they can or not.
Yeah, they did. They did. Wow, what a turn of events there.
Who has the ball, though?
Number 4.
Number 4, that'd be Dickie Engel.
Dick Engel, the 4th. Number 4, that's his dad. I ran into his dad outside. That's why he wears number 4s, because he's the 4th.
So
wow.
Dickie Engel with a 17-yard.
Quick turn of events there.
For the Reading touchdown.
17-yard fumble recovery.
There were about 3 Reading players that could have picked that up. I'm sure that's not what the Madeira coach drew up.
I don't think so.
I'm sure of that.
I don't think so.
I'm sure.
Jacob Allen now under the hold of Connor Davis. Allen kicks it up, drills it through.
No good.
Oh, no good.
Wide.
I jinxed him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did, Bill.
I'm sorry, Jacob. It's my fault.
Yeah. The announcer jinxed right there.
But Reading does take the lead at 13-0, 2:48 to go. And hey, Mike, on a night like this with the defense the way it's going to go, that could be a real key
There's
play
the
right
snap.
there.
He just ran into his own player. There's 1, 2, 3. There he is.
There's Dick.
Tried to pull him down.
Don't forget to
high
support
snap.
the Reading businesses throughout the community.
The sweep, the guy cutting
Quite a few
across,
of those do a
back
lot of
getting
stuff
across,
for the
got in the way a little
community
bit.
as well as for the high school. Vonderhaar,
Dick
certainly
Engel,
marking
17 yards.
Nothing better for a defensive player than a pick up a ball and run in for a touchdown.
As well as
I think the coaches are more excited than the players.
Catering.
He came in second in the league in sacks. He got one tonight already. 60 tackles on the season. That's his first.
And now he's got a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yep.
Nice.
On the kickoff.
And did we mention he's only a freshman?
Nice.
Autry
And of course
Sedillo
he'll wrestle too.
back for the Mustangs.
If your name is Engel, that is an absolute requirement
You
in Reading.
wrestle.
So again, another kickoff.
I feel like we were just here.
And once again, taken by Miranda. This time he gets a little more running room. Gets it out over the 25, out to about 27-yard line. So 2:43 to go here in the first half. Madeira will now have another chance at it.
Well, it didn't help last time. The snap was a little high, threw the timing off of the whole play. And Breitenbach just couldn't get it in or pull it out quick enough. One of the two. Couldn't get it into the guy's hands.
Mustangs.
Yeah, it looked like he was stretching to get into his hands.
It looked like it, but then it looked like he was pulling out. But I think the timing was all thrown off.
Breitenbach, and that's a catch made over on the sideline. Couldn't see the number right there. And as
Greenbach.
number 1, that's Casey Krabeck. Carson, I'm sorry. We got a lot of Caseys, Carsons, and Connors around here tonight.
I'll let you deal with that.
All right, thank you very much.
Casey hit. 1st and 10.
Got pressure.
He's got pressure. Now he throws out of that pressure.
Oh,
And
nice
did he
stretch.
get a man open over there? They're calling it inbounds.
Greenbach's pass.
No.
No, it was a little shy.
Well, that looked good. He laid out beautifully.
That was also the Carson
Passes with 10.
Krabeck.
And that's as far away from us as you can get. So
That's right. It's all the way on the other side of the field.
2nd and 10.
Nice little banner they put up this year over on the other side. The big blue banner with the
Yeah.
home of the Blue Devils. It's
yeah,
brand new over there. One of the few grass fields you will find in the Cincinnati area.
right. And they do a lot of things on this field.
Yeah. And that was broken up.
Greenbach's pass.
That's Connor.
And
That's
Ken
Caden Connor
Autry
broke that up.
was incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Ooh, Max
Got it.
Autry's limping a little. He is limping a lot,
Yes,
actually,
he
and he's
is.
asking to come out.
Wow. I don't know what he did on the play. He must have turned his foot or something wrong.
Maybe a cramp?
I don't know, nobody was out there
No.
to defend him, so it wasn't that. But
He plays both sides of the ball, so you know he's pretty tired.
2:15 to go. The clock is stopped here on that play, so it's 3rd and 10.
Reading has all 3 timeouts.
He only has 1 left. Reitenbach looking. Nice.
He's got plenty.
He's
Here
going to take it
goes. Close him
himself.
down. Close him out.
And he gets the
I
first
think he
down.
did a great job. He did a great job knowing where the sticks were.
Good coverage by Reading, but
Yeah.
good offensive line there by the Madeira.
Well, he did a good
Mustangs.
job. He got flushed out of the pocket, and there was no one within 15 yards. And Reading closed out, but not quick enough.
49.
Not quick enough.
Out to the 49, moves the sticks here. New set
That
of downs.
really hurt the chances of Reading to get the ball back.
Yep.
Now they can take. They can if they run the ball. They can. Reading can take timeouts. They've got 3 of them. There is no 2-minute warning here.
Reitenbach throws his sideline. Got Heiser open.
That's
He's
out of bounds. That
bounds.
helps. I'm not sure.
They ran about 12 seconds
Yeah.
off.
Greenback pass is complete to Autry.
2nd and about 6 or 7 here
Knocked out
for
of
the
bounds
2nd
by
and 7.
Antoine Brooks.
Ball at the 48-yard line of the Blue Devils.
Now they're going
Second
to
and
nobody
7.
in the backfield except for the Friedenbach.
He's got trips over on this side. 5 receivers.
I only see 2 defenders over here on this side with the safety. Could be a nice little bubble screen.
He throws the other side, and catches is made by Carson. Kravak over on that.
Greenback pass is complete to Kravic, who comes up just short of the first down. It'll be 2nd.
And it's just short, so it's going to be 3rd and 1.
The three receivers on this side didn't even move.
Yeah.
That play was definitely going over there.
Let's see if he's going to
Quarterback
push
sneak.
it. Reitenbach's going to take it himself,
Yeah,
and
he's got the first down.
He's got it up to about the 40-yard line and still pushing and moving there.
Now, does Reading take a timeout here? Well, the umpire is calling a timeout.
There should be a timeout to move the sticks.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it.
Now, as soon as he gets the sticks set,
Now, with that play, I think Reading is just gonna, if they can keep them in bounds, they're just gonna let that clock run out.
Going to halftime with
I think
13.
they're happy, yeah. Just keep everybody in front of you.
Oh, that's a.
That was going to be a good play.
That was a little kind of a juke pass there to number 5.
That was the Connor.
Connor could not hold on to it.
He had blockers. He had to throw it over pretty high, but he missed a 6'5" guy. That means you threw it real high.
Reading showing blitz right there.
Wow.
Boy, was he getting pressured by Dickie Engel. Wow.
He drove him back 5 yards. I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a penalty on that.
Yeah. And he's limping off the field, too.
He drove him back pretty far.
Number 4 on number 4.
Yeah.
There.
He had a clean shot. He had him in the grass, so it wasn't that bad, but we'll see if he could have let him go.
No call on the
call.
play. No call.
And the referee was standing right there, so he watched it the whole time.
No one in the backfield. Trips to this side. 2 receivers the other side. Now he looks this side. And that is the classic Nick Heiser. Yeah, the classic Nick Heiser. You could see his head turn upfield just before he got the ball.
I mean, he wasn't going to get a touchdown out of it, but he was going to get a first down. There was a Reading player within 10 yards of him, but that's what they want. They don't mind that. Just keep them in front of you.
This is a big 4th down play.
Because they threw the ball 3 times. Only 30 seconds have gone off the clock.
And Reading still has all their timeouts. Uh-oh, Breidenbach. Now he's in trouble.
You might as well throw it, pal. There you go.
He's throwing it down.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, he was open. What a great pass.
That was Blake Ham down there.
Oh, he was open, and the pass was right there.
Hinton Bemis.
Oh, you're going to see his good pressure. He reads it, gets flushed off his back foot. Look at that, right on the money.
Right in between the two Reading receivers.
Yeah, Reading defensive players. That was a great pass.
All right, so you're Cody Reardon. What do you do right now?
Oh, you got it. You might as well bomb it. You might as well. Minute 17.
Nothing to lose.
The worst that can happen is an interception. And then they'll get the ball, especially if you're throwing it 30 yards, 20 yards down the field.
Well, let's see if Steinken will air it out on the first play here. He's got trips to this side. He's got a single receiver that side. Caden Connor in the backfield. He's looking. He's got a man.
Nice touch. Nice touch.
Well, it was just kind of a short pass right there, but it's enough.
No, they called it incomplete.
Incomplete. Oh, he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Goes incomplete. Out of bounds when he caught it. 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 now. Clock down to 1:12 to go here in the first half. It was a slow game as far as scoring goes until about 3 minutes ago in this quarter, and that's when the only scoring has been. Pumps once. Steinkenny takes the ball himself. Slides down, picks up about 5-6 yards on that play.
He's going to use a timeout.
On a keeper, picks up
Reading
about
takes their
5
first
yards.
timeout.
Tackle.
1:05 to go here.
Tackle by Heiser.
The Blue Devils, they're going to give him 5 on that play, so the Blue Devils have 2nd and 5.
He's limping a little too. Yeah, I mean, 3rd down, if you don't get it, you punt, and the half is over, you know.
Yeah.
You punt, you move it on. I'd take a shot. Now, they might want to get the first down first, so quick out. Or they can do a running play because they do have timeouts.
Both teams come in this game tonight 4-1. Reading 2-1. Reading actually played a league game to open up the season with Finneytown because both teams had their games, non-league games, canceled. So they decided to play their league game. Now they are supposed to meet next week. And I talked to Athletic Director John Payne this week, said they haven't decided what they're going to do, but they might play each other next week in a non-league game.
That makes sense.
That's why Reading has 2 wins in the league.
There he goes, there he goes, there he goes.
Caden Connor.
Okay, so the clock will stop to set the...
Clock will stop to move the sticks.
21 yards in the first
Out
down.
to about...
Madeira was stuck because they didn't want to give up a big play with a pass. Nice blocking up front.
They gave it about 20 yards.
Good tackle, though. Good tackle. Touchdown saving tackle. Pump fake.
Steinkenny. Oh, we're good.
Got holding.
Got holding on the play, so it's a free play right now. So
I think I saw 2 flags. It might be 2 holdings.
Incomplete. There are penalty flag down.
One right about the line of scrimmage and one in the backfield. So Reading's going to come back 10 yards on this one. Now, do you just...
Holding.
Now you're back 10 yards.
Yeah.
I say...
Well, it's still 43 seconds.
Right, and you still got the down.
Yeah. If they take it, which they should.
Right.
I mean, it's from the spot of the foul, so it's not only 10, it's...
Going to be a little further now.
So, well, there were 2 holdings, so yeah. So the
holding penalty is from the spot of the foul.
So it's about a 13-yard penalty.
Takes the ball back to about the 48-yard line. They have to get down to...
What always fascinated me about that is you'll see the referee throw the flag. He's trying to throw it where the penalty occurred so that they can mark it from there. Boy, talk about inaccuracy.
Yeah.
It's in the ballpark kind of thing.
First and about 25.
Nice.
And nice pass.
Call timeout. Timeout. There he is. Coach yelled timeout. Nobody's seeing him. Nobody's seeing him.
He is. Cody's a little livid down
That's
there.
about 4 seconds there. That
Pick up a
Official had his back
15
to
yards.
Coach
Yeah.
Reardon. He ran out in the field to give it.
1st and 10 for
And
Reading.
So here's the end of the play,
1st and 10.
and this
The Reddings are looking over at him. They know.
Yeah.
37.
everybody's. In high school football, I'm not sure who needs to call it. Obviously, the head coach can call it, but can another coach call it? I'm not sure.
Or can one of the players call?
No, the players I don't think can. Not in high school. We'll have to get a clarification of that rule.
Do we got our people in New York on that one?
Can we get a what's his name? Begins with a P.
Yeah, the guy that does.
The guy
all
that does all the reviews.
Yeah. So his only job is to watch like 20 football games.
What a tough job that is.
I know. All right, so 32.4 seconds to go. Reading.
1st and 10 Reading.
Well, it's actually 2nd and 11.
Got one-on-one coverage.
Steinkenny. He's back. He's airing it out over the middle. He's got a man open.
Oh,
and
he's got free.
That's Casey Hinton.
Nice crossing pattern. I told you, Bill. I told you they had time.
47-yard pass.
Don't care. Oh, baby, no, don't flicker. Got an itchy trigger finger. Well, that's not love. Well, that's not love. Well, that's not love. So everybody doing we're room for zero from right here in Cincinnati, Ohio, right here.
So that leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to and make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
We scored, going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that? Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard. I'll have better attendance.
I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to put on my uniform after school.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Oh
always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
And welcome back to Veterans Stadium, where the Red and Blue Devils are holding on to a 21-0 lead here to begin this second half of action. Bill Bretz, Mike Day, you're glad to have joined us here. And Mike, as we alluded to right before the half there, pretty good defensive show all the way up to about 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the quarter, and Reading put together 3 scores in the last 3 minutes, and that's where we stand at 21-0.
Well, that's got to be very disheartening to Coach Stewart and the Madeira team to think, you know, hey, we played a heck of a half, but
yes,
boom, 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 and we're down 21-0. They do get the ball for the kickoff in the second half, so they need something positive to happen. If they go 3 and out, that's pretty much, I hate to say it, but that's pretty much the game.
Yep.
They need to get a score here.
Because Reading's had some long plays here. They've kept that clock moving more than once this quarter. We'd like to thank Josh coming out here tonight. Josh, you are the best out here. He's coming out here, set this truck up, got all of our volunteers out here tonight.
It's a lot of work for these guys.
That's right. A lot of our volunteers. We got camera people all over the place here. We'd like to thank them. You can go to ICRC-TV.com to get all the information on all of our games. We stream all of our games. This one we are live streaming here tonight. But
so I better not say anything stupid? Is that what you're saying? Because I can't edit it?
Exactly. So
I think I've already said a couple of things that are stupid.
We can be seen all around the world. So
my God.
So if you want to talk in different languages, you can too. So
I can talk math.
To the math language, but we're always looking for volunteers, so if you want to volunteer, please, you'll be seeing something like that up. Usually we have it up sometime during the game, but we're always looking for volunteers. And once again, shout out to all those people out there all around the place, especially to the Stewart people in Florida.
That's just so hard to believe,
Florida.
Bill, we're sitting here in little Reading, Ohio, and anybody around the world could be watching us?
Yeah, that's right. So,
holy mackerel.
I know, it's amazing. So, well, the Madeira Mustangs got a little work to do right now.
I should have told my brother that. He lives down in Florida. I didn't know that.
Oh,
he can watch me.
Well, he can watch you on the playback. We will have those playback times at the end of this quarter. And Madeira's having a hard time hanging on that ball on kickoff. It was a short kickoff, but they get fairly decent field position. But boy, they were 3 or 4 players handled that ball. We will have those playback times at the end of this quarter, we'll be showing you what other times we have here. But also go to CHLsports.com, get all the information on CHL.
I hear you're going to be leaving CHL Sports.
Well, after about 15 plus years as sports information director, I'm stepping down. Decided I want a little time off here from that. And
you did a great job, because I had to fill in a lot of things for softball and golf for you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much.
It was awesome. People really enjoyed looking at that website.
A little screen pass, but Reading just blows that screen pass up and shoots the Madeira player all the way back to about the 9-yard line.
I think they'll give him forward. Yeah, their forward progress was at the 20.
Right.
Pass.
Jim Barry will be your new athletic director, Well, he was athletic director at Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming. But Jim's going to be the new sports information director. He takes over on October 1st. So you can watch at CHLsports.com. Watch for the story on the 30th. My final story of me resigning. And we'll have Jim's first story on the 1st of the new SID. Oh, Dickie Engel was in on that play, but the pass was a little bit too high.
I don't think, who was that? I don't think he even knew the pass was coming. He didn't even put his arms up. I think he was surprised as anybody.
Coverage on the play by Jaden Bemis.
So that's third and long now for the Madeira.
Not a good start.
Nope.
Not what they drew up in the playbook.
Coach Stewart's been there for 4 years. He's done a fine job. Had this team in the playoffs the last 3 years. Pass over the middle, intercepted by the Blue Devils, and that looks like
that could be a late
Jordan
hit.
Feld.
Yeah, they didn't call it.
They didn't call it. Jordan Feld with the interception.
So Jordan Feld.
Right, Bach is picked off.
Yeah, he's throwing off his back foot again, a little bit high. Actually, very high.
Yeah.
And right there, I thought for sure they might call a penalty on Redding for that last little hit. But that was great. I mean, you know, he was back off his back foot, and it's hard to throw.
Blue Devils with good field position at the Madeira 35-yard line. That's the 9th pick this year that Breitenbach has had.
Yeah, that is just definitely not what Madeira wanted right out of the box.
No.
They needed a good first down play. Let's see if Redding can take advantage.
As I said, Chris Stewart's been his head coach over there. He's been in the playoffs all 3 years.
He has a young team, too.
Yes, Caden Connor picks up about 3 or 4 yards. And one thing they did last year here, Mike, I don't know if you realize this, Madeira's been in playoffs 12 times.
Right.
And they had not won a playoff game until last year.
Wow.
That was their first playoff
sound like the
win.
Bengals.
Yeah. They've won more than the Bengals have as far as playoffs.
Yeah, it's true.
But they, Madeira beat, let me check this out here. They beat Bethel, Tip City, 58-13 in the first round of playoffs last year for their first win in school history in the playoffs. Steinkenny. Play action. He's got a man open down there. And
nice defense.
Yeah, good defense down there.
I think Max could have probably, that's Max Autry on defense.
It looks like the ball was
he actually, if he'd have turned around a little quicker, he might have set up for an interception.
Julian Bemis, I think it flew through a little bit behind him. Watch.
Caught the end of it.
Yeah, caught the end of it. I think he threw a little bit behind him on that one.
Yeah. That would have been a dagger. The dagger.
3rd and 8.
This is probably 4 down territory if they don't get the first, if they get a decent amount of yardage. Little false start. Yep. I saw that. 72.
A little bit too much motion there.
Ready, penalized 5 yards.
Zach Schultz, second team All-League last year. He's the guy that's 270.
Right.
The
big
guy.
boy. But even the big boys move early.
Yeah.
Maybe they have to.
Even Anthony Munoz probably had a few of those,
Oh,
right?
man. What a stud.
Getting inducted into the Bengals Hall of Fame, the Ring of Honor. I think this coming week, I believe they're going to be doing
3rd
it.
and 13.
Still the only Bengals player to be in the
Hall of Fame. Well,
Hall of Fame.
Technically, second one because Paul Brown is too.
That's true.
And Paul Brown is getting in the Ring of Honor along with Ken Riley, Ken Anderson. I think 4 good players there for the Bengals. A lot of good ones out there.
That seems awfully weird, though, doesn't it, to get in the Hall of Fame for Canton and then getting into the Bengals Hall of Fame?
I know. Well, they never had one until this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is
it.
This is it.
I was not aware of that.
This is it. This is the first one. So.
Well, yeah, then it makes sense. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
There you go. There's your trivia for the night. Steinkenny, 4th down play. Looking over the middle. He's got Feld in and out of his hands.
Good defense.
Steinkenny's pass. Intended for
nice defense down. Nate Opinchka.
Yeah.
The junior.
He was a little bit behind, but he caught up very quickly. Good closing speed.
So Mustangs take over on downs, so no harm, no foul on the interception there.
Basically, change of possession. That's about where they were when they intercepted. So.
And we ran about 2.5 minutes off here so far in this quarter.
Now Madeira has to. We keep saying that, but yeah. Just be solid. Move the ball.
Play action. Breitenbach got a man open for a short gain.
Sticky angle on the tackle again.
Connor Kravak.
Pass it to Kravak, who's tackled by
Kravak picks up about 4 yards on that play. I'm going to call it 3 yards. He picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7 now. Ball spotted at about the 37-yard line. And the Mustangs. It's a very crucial game to both these teams. You know, with both of them with 1 loss. 2 losses this time of the season going to pretty much put you out of the league title. We got
there's a hold
coming
wide
up here.
Receiver block.
Wiedenbach passes complete to Autry.
So that play will come back.
Tackle and play
Has
by
Madeira played Wyoming yet?
They have not.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact, we'll tell you who Madeira is playing.
There you go. That was a good lead-in, wasn't it, Bill?
That was. Next week they play Indian Hill. Indian Hill started off 0-4 in the season. Played 4-0 Marymount last week and beat them 21-7. So that
you never know.
The Braves team is a young team, and they've had some couple of key injuries. But they play Indian Hill next week, Deer Park the following week at Taylor, and then they finish their regular season at Wyoming.
Ooh,
so
tough place to finish.
Now Reading, we talked about next week that they might be playing Finneytown, but we heard at halftime tonight our illustrious announcer Richard Morgan was saying that as of right now, Reading will not have a game next week. But that is still, I think, to be determined. Although I think
they could play that team from Columbus that played on ESPN.
Yeah, they could. I'm sure they're looking for games now. So after they
that
screwed
could be
up that
interference. It was uncatchable. I think he threw it so high.
Yeah. So right now, Reading does not have a game scheduled for next week. Now, that could change, but I'm sure Cody Reardon hopes that changes quickly because he's got to make some kind of decisions here. But on the 8th, Reading will play here at home with Taylor. That'll be their final home game of the season. And then they'll finish on the road at Marymount. That should be a good one.
Yep.
And at Indian Hill.
Yeah, that'll determine a lot, those last two.
And they get through this game tonight. They've got some winnable games ahead of them right now.
Right.
They are sitting pretty solid in the playoffs.
Nice screen.
Nice screen and almost broken up, but
that was a great setup for a screen. But
Reading.
Who was that?
Tackled by Vince Edichico.
Oh, Edichico.
Edichico
He snuck through the two blockers.
And broke that one up.
Edichico, great name.
I know.
Yeah, he played that. It was set up well. Just one guy read it so beautifully.
Hinton at the 35, running sideways, trying to run east. He's running east-west. He's trying to run north-south.
Jordan Feld did a great job. He wanted to block the guy, but if he'd have blocked him, it was going to be in the back. So he said, you know what? Rather than take us back another 15 yards, I'm not going to touch this guy.
Yeah, but he picked up about 3.
Yeah, you know,
the hard way.
Sometimes you just got to do that.
He ran 20
to
get
decision.
He ran 20 to get 3. So.
Right.
Ready? No. We'll go to work here with 8:20 to go at their 38-yard line. Now, if you're Coach Reardon right now, you want a long series right now.
I'd like to, he's probably going to hand it off a couple times, maybe even a sweep with the quarterback, a pitch fake or something, and then a misdirection play. I don't know if the ball's going to go in the air too much right now.
Yeah. Reading definitely has the advantage with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter.
And they're going to pass.
And
he's throwing that one away.
Yeah.
Goldstein change pass.
I think
Jaden Bemis comes up short. It'll be.
I think Steinkennig was really going to try to run that, as we just talked about, but the Madeira players snuffed it out and played it pretty well.
Nice defense by Madeira.
And he just threw it away. Yeah. Real good sportsmanship by Madeira. Joel Steinkennig was knocked down, and one of the Madeira players helped him up. Very good sportsmanship.
Two well-coached teams here,
yes,
that's for sure.
You love to see that. There's always animosity between some things, but, in the end.
Chris Stewart, of course, spent a lot of his time in this league in Wyoming. He came up through the ranks through Wyoming and was actually their offensive coordinator a few years ago. Left Wyoming, went to Anderson, and there's a play by Reading. That was Caleb Minton. Haven't called his name that much tonight.
No.
But
sweep, nice blocking out front.
Coach Stewart spent a couple years at Anderson, a year
nice
at Oak
job,
Hills.
though, by the Madeira player getting off the block to get the tackle.
spent a couple years at Anderson, 1 year at Oak Hills, and then he's been 4 years at that. Caden Connor almost broke it.
He got through. Big, nice hole. Not a big hole, but a nice hole there. Cut through it quickly.
Oh, Pitchcock had
he
a
saved the touchdown.
tackle,
Yeah, he saved that touchdown. Here you're going to see it. It's not a big hole, but it's enough. There's touch, and tripped a little bit too.
And back to live action, and I think Connor might just got himself another first down.
It's close. They're not moving the chain, so I think he's about a yard, 2 yards short.
Okay, his knee came down there, so a couple yards short. It's another 8-yard gain. So Reading indeed putting it on the ground, but they're picking up yards quickly, so they're moving that clock down. We're down now. It'll be under 7 minutes when this play gets started. Minton, hand off to Minton now, the other direction. I know we got a Minton and a Hinton. That was Caleb Minton. Caleb Minton gets the first down. Caleb's senior. A lot of seniors on this team. I'm looking down on this side on the fence down here. There's a whole bunch of seniors.
There's a whole lot of seniors pictures. I love when they do that. I still have my kids when they played. They played soccer for Whitten Woods, and they got their picture still up. Of course, they're in my basement now.
That's a good place for him.
Yeah.
Caden Connor. He gets the first down and more, and he gets brought down inside the 15.
Putting him on his back.
29-yard line down to about, looks like about the 12 now, about 17
yards. Nice cut.
Yards.
Put his foot in the ground. Made a quick decision to get through that hole. He had a couple of holes to pick from, and he picked the right one.
We don't have a stat sheet up here, but he's got to be close to 100 yards now in this game.
At the 13 of the Mustangs.
There's another false start on Mr. Schultz. Came out of his stance.
5 yards for illegal procedure. False start.
So it'll be first and about 15 now. Ball will be back to about the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. I'm sorry, about the 18. It was on the 13. I'm so studies teacher, not a math teacher. So there's Steinken. He's keeping the ball. I tell you what, he had. I think a lot of
trying to rip it out. You can see it. They stand him up, and then another defender comes in and tries to rip the ball out.
If we see this again, I think there was a lot of people fooled on this play.
I don't think. I think some of the offensive players, again, I wonder if that was a designed run that Madeira just stayed at home and did a good job. You're going to see it. Fake the pitch, move.
Fake pitch, there he goes. I think he was looking to pass.
I think it was an option play, but yeah. Pass or run.
And there you go. There's what you were saying. They're trying to stand him up and
take that ball. Did a good job
of
not letting him rip it out.
Second and about 14 now. Here comes the sweep around this side, and that's
he can
Julian
block
Bemis into the end zone.
There were 4 Reading players blocking one poor guy. Oh, we got a penalty. Holding.
Oh, it's going to be a hold. It's going to come back, it looks like. Yep, that's what the call is. Maybe that's why it looked too good there.
The guy on the other side threw it, though. Who's holding on that side? That was weird.
Well, it was a reverse, it looked like.
Yeah, it was a reverse. It was a double reverse, again, like they did the first time. Handoff, then a back handoff. Here we're going to see it. Handoff, another handoff. Now number 2. It looked like it called it on number 2.
I don't know what he did.
I don't know what he did, but there were 3 or 4 guys of blue. I have no clue what that was about.
And it was from the spot, so it's way back now. They're back to the 27-yard line now.
They've been, you notice the head referee, when he calls it, he tries to show you who the number was, and I saw him hold up 2 fingers. Maybe it was somebody else, something too, but.
Caden Connor gets back into almost to the red zone, back up about the 20-yard line. 3rd and long. Well, once again, I would think it's 4-down territory.
Sure.
Blue Devils are running a clock down. We ran about 2+ minutes off on this drive.
This one they might throw a pass on.
Getting the play called in from the sideline. Cody Reardon does call the offensive plays.
You got to be close. You better hurry. Yep, I see the guy in the back. There you go.
Pass. And
nice
good.
catch.
Julian, now we can put his name down.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass. That wasn't poorly defended. It was a good, Opa Chico was right there, but it was thrown in a perfect spot. Good hands.
And
now we get to celebrate.
Julian Bemis. Wait a minute. That was Julian's second touchdown. I was going to say I have Bemis down for the first touchdown, but I think Julian has them both right now. I hope I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you'll hear from it.
I'm going to hear from Jaden.
You get an email.
Oh, no. Well, Jaden, I know, Jaden got the PAT. So I'm right.
Is that what it is? Okay. That's what
and speaking of PAT, Mr. And Edichico was a holder on that one.
I wonder what that was about.
I don't know.
So here's your pass.
Actually, I think Connor Davis was older. I see him coming off field.
You'll see right in front of us. Nice. He's right there. It's just a great pass. Perfectly placed. Didn't break stride.
For Julian Bemis, that is his 4th touchdown pass of the season. That's the 13th one thrown by Joel Steinkenny.
You see all the alumni cheerleaders out there. Homecoming night. I remember in the old days we played homecoming here. We played against Cape.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, Cape was the Cincinnati Academy of Physical Education.
The Crusaders.
The Crusaders, Carlos Snow, and holy cow. So picture all the good athletes from Cincinnati public schools going to one school.
And they got into this league
because they were
because of the size.
Right.
Yeah.
So I actually, when I first became a teacher, I had to observe classes there, and the school uniform was sweatpants. And part of the requirement was they took gym class twice a day. You took gym twice a day because it was a physical education school.
Right.
Oh, and their they're
and their track teams. Oh,
wow!
Did he get it out of bounds? No.
It's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds. That was close.
I can't believe Madeira didn't go after it harder.
No, I think it was Feld that almost got it. Both.
Or Julian. Or
both Feld.
The ball was touched and went out of bounds.
Now, wait a minute. The Bemises are watching this broadcast. I'm going to
sure.
say that was Jaden that got the touchdown.
Okay.
That was number 6 that got the touchdown.
Right.
Okay, and that would
that's
be
number 2 right there.
Okay, that would be Jaden's 4th touchdown also.
Blue Devils penalized 6 yards for a touch going out of bounds.
Okay.
Penalized 6 yards.
Interesting penalty.
A 6-yard penalty.
Yeah, 6 yards.
That's Manning. We have not called his name that much tonight. Henry Manning. We've got
we see a flag.
And that's going to be after
well, you
the
hate
play.
to see that 28-0. Something's getting a little chippy.
Pierce was the ball carrier. There is a penalty flag down.
It came in very late. Dead ball.
Manning.
Oh, it's on Madeira.
Probably a block at the end.
When it rains, it pours.
Right.
Huh?
That's what happens. They're a little frustrated, you can tell.
The last 3 years, Madeira has shut out Reading.
Personal foul on the Mustangs.
This year, Reading is shutting out Madeira right now with
15 yards.
4 minutes ago here in the 3rd quarter. Madeira has not shown much of anything as far as getting into close to a Reading close to Reading territory.
They had a good drive at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh. Nice tackle by Jacob Sales, a sophomore. Sales sometimes plays offensive tackle. At least I understood that, but he plays a lot on defense. who's not playing tonight, Austin Vaughn Jr., was in the place that I thought he was going to be.
3rd and 20.
Oh, wow. Bemis got into the air.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
Green bounce pass.
Was that?
You know, I know he's a good basketball player. I think he was trying to get a slam dunk on that one. Watch, here it comes.
It's number
Look at
9.
that. Whoa. That is a slam dunk.
Wow. He got lifted like in an ice rink. That's Nick Heiser. Wow.
He's
wow.
Looking,
what a picture.
He's looking
Great
down
camera
on
work.
Park.
Great camera work.
Oh, my gosh. He's up in the air looking down on
He
him.
might get recruited for basketball just for that play. Of course, it was like the offensive lineman was lifting him like Patrick Swayze.
Oh, yeah. There's a low snap.
Still a good kick.
Yeah.
He's got a leg.
30, almost gets down now. Over the 40,
Nice
about 42, gets about 12 yards on the run back.
Returns a kick about 15 yards.
He's done a pretty good job back there tonight on returning kicks.
Again, good job on both teams, helping each
Manning
other up.
on the tackle.
All right.
I think we'll see the starting unit in here one more till the end of the quarter.
Some of those JV guys a little chance to get a little action here on Friday night instead of Saturday morning.
Get them some ink. Get them some ink, as they say.
1st and 10 Reading at their own 40.
Steinkenny, handoff to Caden Connor. Connor, another 5-yard gain.
Caden Connor, the ball carrier.
He has to be over 100 yards.
Yeah. I know the stat people. I could call them up.
Yeah.
I could text them.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be Mandy?
Yeah. Schenkel. Math teacher.
Yeah.
Stat person.
She's also a site manager, though, too.
Yeah, she is. I used to be that. My first year, I was
Really?
site. Yeah, I had to get I had to put the flag up.
Oh, wow.
Make sure the lights. Oh, yeah.
I did that a couple years down in Norwood.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's a tough job.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of responsibility.
Yeah. Steinkenny picks up the ball, still on
Wow.
his feet, got the first down
Wow.
and more. What a run by Joel Steinkenny, 10 yards. And on top of that, he stays in bounds.
Yeah.
Well, although we're going to have an officials timeout, we got a player
77.
down. Got a player down on the field. Yeah, I mean, site manager, if you don't know, that's I did that down in Norwood.
Yeah, you got to make sure the chains are out for the people. You got to put those little pylons.
Yeah.
Those are key placement where those pylons are. And
well, I didn't do varsity football. I did a lot of soccer.
Oh.
I'm trying to think some junior high stuff, but and I worked for Steve Moeller down there. Steve Moeller, some people might remember him as he was an assistant coach with Bob Huggins for a while at UC, and retired from that. He was the athletic director at Norwood for a while. I believe right now, if I'm not mistaken, he does some radio work for NKU right now. I think Steve Moeller, I believe.
Shout out to Tony Pike, former Reading, who does a lot of work for UC.
Yep. You hear him on WLW and ESPN a lot.
He is good. I'd like to tell you I taught him everything he knows about this, but
there you go.
No, I didn't.
Caden Connor still on his feet inside the 30.
Caden Connor.
About 16, 17 yards on that one.
Down for the Blue Devils.
And this is a point in time where I think the Mustangs just want to look up at that clock and they want to see zeros right now.
Right. Well,
1st and 10 Reading.
The legs are just driving.
Right.
And it's so much better when you're the offense. The poor defense is tired. They're frustrated.
You got that little umph going when you got that 28 lead,
exactly.
20-point lead. And not to take anything away from this Madeira team.
Not at all.
They're going to be all right. They're going to be in the playoffs. I mean, Steinkenny airs it out. And, did he get it?
He's caught, but he's not in. Wow.
He caught it on the ground. Wow.
It's complete. Julian Bemis.
That's Julian Bemis. We got that Bemis right. That's Julian, number 2.
Nice step into the throw by Joel. Again, a great pass.
Yeah.
Good coverage by Autry. Good coverage.
He was on the ground. He got up and started running in the end zone, but since you're on the ground.
Who do you think's going to get the ball now?
Is it either Connor or Connor? How about Connor?
Oh, good tackle. Good tackle. Slicing in.
About a yard.
Caden Connor back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5 now. 2nd and goal here for the Blue Devils. Trying to get on that scoreboard again. They have had 4 games this year of 35 or more points.
Well, we didn't think that was going to happen at the beginning of this game, I'm telling you.
Nope.
We thought it'd be, I thought it'd be, like I said, 21-14.
Well, so far you're about right.
The total score is going to be
21-14 and 35.
Yeah. Hey, you did math again.
Ooh, Jordan fell with the carry there, but he's going to be short by about a yard or so.
And he did go out of bounds. That stops the clock.
Feld's coming off the field. Jaden Bennett's back in the game. I tell you what, Corder he's got some weapons out there this year.
Yeah, he does.
He's
really
got
does. The
multiple
offensive
weapons.
line can keep driving the way they are and protect. I think they learned a lot on that first couple series.
And Connor.
Oh, he's got some legs. Gosh,
he
drive.
In. Connor will give him 1 yard on that one.
And he got the touchdown.
Caden Connor with the TD. With 38 seconds go here in the third
Simply
quarter.
Off tackle to the left. Wasn't much strategy, just our guys against your guys.
Jacob Allen.
And as we saw a couple years ago, the Reading guys were on the other side of this. So,
yeah, a couple years from now, this Madeira team could be one to reckon with.
I think next year they'll be ready to go.
Well, I think they're doing all right.
Oh, they're
this
doing
year.
all right. Yeah, I don't take away from it. You're right.
Again.
But they got, yeah, you're right. They should look back on this and say, oh, well, put it past us. Kind of like Reading did with Wyoming. Here you go. Off tackle, simple handoff. His strength. When you get that head of steam going up, hard to stop.
Well, Mike predicted 21-14. We are through the third quarter right now. He's 1 point shy of what he predicted with total points here. Reading up 34-0 over the Mustangs. Here
yeah, if I was
tonight.
over under, I'd be under right now.
You'd be under just a little bit right now. What started off as a real defensive battle.
It was.
You know, a couple of breaks here and there. Caden Connor got the 3-yard run.
I tell you what, that fumble recovery for a touchdown, I think it was obviously is a big play.
I think that was turning point of the game.
I would think it was just deflating for Madeira.
Dickie Engel, and then also the fact is that Reading got the touchdown with 21 seconds to go in the first half there.
Well, that's kind of what I thought I'd see a little more of, that passing game in that first quarter and things that they tried to run. Yeah, here's that fumble again. Handoff, just
see, it looked like he stretched out for the handoff, and
he couldn't decide to hand it off or not, and somebody bumped him, and it's.
Thank you very much.
I am surprised that doesn't happen more often.
Yeah.
With the way they put it in there in the runner's hands, and then pull it out quickly. That RPO.
Adrian Cedillo deep.
A little squib kick and taken by one of the upmen there for Madeira.
Smart play. They got good field position then.
And that was by number 12, Colin Miranda.
Kickoff. Goes to the
Miranda
ground.
usually plays back deep, but I think they had him up there
for
with
the
anticipation that they were going to do that, possibly.
So other teams are sitting here watching. I'm sure there's a couple of scouts in the stands watching. Thinking Ready's going to do that. I know I had to do that for basketball, go scout.
I've done that before too.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. You're looking for something to go back and say, they tried this, they did this different. Patterns. Whoa! He went flying.
That was Casey Hinton. Well,
he didn't make the tackle, but he looked good.
6 yards.
I tell you what, Hinton and Bemis should get pilot's license tonight.
Yeah. And Nick Heiser, too.
They've been flying tonight. Time's going to run out here in the third quarter. The Blue Devils tack on 2 more touchdowns and go to the fourth quarter with a 34-0 lead over the Madeira Mustangs. We're going to go back to those playback times.
Playback
times. And if you magically, I'm not sure if you look at your screen, stare at it long enough, those numbers will come up there.
Here we go.
So if you stare,
hoping. There it goes.
There
it is. Look at that. The
Okay.
guys in the truck are awesome, aren't they?
I know. 9.
Man. Ooh, it's tonight at midnight.
25th at 3 p.m. Well, that's when we're on right now. 25th at 3 p.m., the 26th at 8 p.m., the 29th at 8 p.m., and you can have brunch with Mike and I on the 30th
there we go.
at 10 a.m. My last day of SID, by the way.
Which IHOP are we going to?
I don't know. A Spectrum and the Cincinnati Bellflower Optics, and of course we live stream this game, and we stream all of our events here. You can go to ICRC-TV.com and find out about all that. And if you want to volunteer, I don't know if they got that volunteer graphic up there, but you want to volunteer. So there we go. We need to volunteer, so you can get a hold of our main man, Jason Dudley, back at the studio there, ICRC.com.
Jason Dudley still?
Jason Dudley's still there. Jason travels all over the country doing stuff. So
I think he's a Winton Woods boy, isn't he?
I'm not sure. Well, you have to ask him that. 772-4272. We always can use volunteers. It's a lot of fun to be out here to do this.
And you get you learn a trade, I'm telling you.
Oh, I sure
It can take you far.
And as I've said many times,
I think Steven Spielberg did this for a while, didn't he?
Probably did in Cincinnati too.
Yeah.
So, but as I said before, if these volunteers, great volunteers, weren't out here right now, Mike and I would be sitting up here in the stands talking to ourselves. Which
and
would
having
really
a
be
darn
weird.
good time.
Really be weird, but. But,
we're practicing.
And we've got a lot of schools. I know Marymount and Indian Hill, though very active with students doing a lot of the broadcasts. Yeah. Marymount's on tonight, I know, with their students. And I know we got another ICRC game. Do we have Mason tonight? I don't know if we do or not. But we're going to hear. Are we going to hear?
We heard something in our headsets.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, but just go to ICRC-TV and you can find that out. Oh.
Bad snap.
Quarterback. He tripped up in the backfield.
Yeah, he slipped back there.
I was going to say, with how chilly this weather is, I'm getting a little chilly here. The grass is, because it is a natural grass, it's probably getting a little bit of wetness on it.
Yeah, a little slickness out there on that. Hey, we said we were going to talk about Ken Miner.
Ken Miner, what a guy.
Ken Miner, he's down there on the sideline. Ken's a running backs coach. There you go.
I think he's up there.
And he told me one time, he's been a lot of coaches. Oh, that was almost blocked.
Still a good kick.
Yeah. There's Hinton. Oh, Hinton. He's got to pick up the ball and run all the time. He slipped, yeah, so I think you're right.
Yeah.
Ken Miner, working with the running backs coach. He was head coach, of course, at Reading for many, many years. He's the all-time leader in wins here at Reading. And then he went on to a few other schools, and he's come back, and he's running backs coach. He told me before the season started that he's never been a running backs coach before.
Nice.
This is the first time he's been one.
Well, he's done a great job with our running backs.
He certainly has. But Ken is in his 50th year, and he's announced he
Wow.
is going to retire. I know
Good for him.
we had a story on the CHL website. It's still on there if you want to go to it. But
Written by Bill Brett.
I think so. So, but you know, Ken told me about it. We went out for lunch one time, I think in July, and he gave me all the information. And
new running back in.
More importantly, Ken has won the regular season Fantasy League NASCAR again. Thank you very much. I'm runner-up to Ken Miner again.
Let it go. Let it go, Bill.
We're in the postseason now. Guess who's winning?
Let it go, Bill.
I know. But anyway, so best of luck. Best of luck to Ken.
In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's what it is.
He's such a great guy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I got to teach beside Ken for many years.
Yeah.
Students loved him. He's very respected in Reading.
So he went around a few other schools, including he coached a couple years at his alma mater in college there at Wilmington, and then came back to Reading, and he's finishing his career at Reading very appropriately. So.
Oh, good play.
Nice open field tackle for a loss.
Yeah. He had blockers ahead of him, and Krivak just
on the tackle.
He just read the play and came from the weak side and got the tackle. It was a little bit slow developing, and that's why it allowed him to come around.
That's why he's one of the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah.
He is. We've called his name a lot tonight. He's been in the backfield a lot tonight.
Yeah.
So he's had at least 2 or 3 tackles for losses, and I believe he had a credit for 1 sack there earlier. Little jump on the Madeira.
He got back in
yeah,
time.
Redding's changing the play up on him. That's why they got a little. And just a short pass.
Yeah, but it's got the first down.
To Julian Bemis.
To Julian Bemis, good enough for a first down for the Blue Devils. 1st and 10 Reading at their own.
And the ball stays in bounds, and the clock continues to run here. We're down to about 8 minutes ago in the game. It looks like Reading will be going to 5-1 on the season. And that's pretty good considering the fact that the last few years, they've had some tough times last few years, and this is the most games they've won in a few years. We started that 2015 season 9-0.
Well, their basketball team should be pretty good this year.
That's right.
Actually,
I was over there doing a volleyball game the other night, and they had about 20 guys practicing over there doing conditioning. So, and I was talking to the coach, and they said, Bill Stidham. Bill says that he has about 8 or 9 of his players are football players.
Oh, yeah. Well, like we said earlier before this started, when you're at a small school, you have, when I coached softball, I had soccer players playing softball. I had basketball players playing softball.
Yeah.
You have some softball players playing softball. So like out here, you might have basketball players playing football.
Right.
But you have to share, and if you can't share, you can't coach at this.
Well, that's
at this,
true. That's true. I mean, I had a lot of
level.
I had a lot of football players when I was track coach here.
Right. Sure. And a lot of them do it for the conditioning to stay in shape.
And that's how I recruited.
Right.
Right. My conditioning.
Picks up about
that's Ian Johnson. That's his first touch tonight, the junior for Reading.
He had one earlier. You were talking the whole time.
Oh.
No,
you seen one of your former students? Is that why you were watching him?
No, but
okay.
No, it's all right. No, it was just he got about 5 yards on his first carry. So
okay, give him 3 on that carry.
There you go.
So
Reading is just happy just to run the ball and see what happens.
So the Blue Devils might have a week off next week. We'll have to see. It looks pretty likely, like I guess they will. And then they'll be ready to play Taylor for their final home game of the season. With that week off next week, it gives them 3 straight home games during the time, although they will finish the season at Marymount, at Indian Hill. That at Marymount game, that could be a very interesting game because a lot of position in the playoffs there for that.
I was going to say, you were saying earlier, if Reading could tack on one of those, they should get a home game for the first round.
Well, coming into the game tonight in the Harbins, we said Marymount was first in Division 5 in the region, and Marymount was 4th and Reading was 5th. Well, obviously Reading's going to get ahead of Madeira. I'm sorry, Madeira now. So, and that catch is good. Jordan Feld.
Passes complete to Jordan Feld,
who had a 25-yard average coming into the game tonight. That average has gone down a little bit.
That will go down.
But he doesn't, man. He doesn't care right now.
He doesn't care.
No.
Exactly.
As long as the team's winning, he's all right. But he got a first down on that one. So, I mean, you're going to look at, if Reading continues, if they beat Taylor is a Division 4 team, so they'll get some points on that. So, that Marymount-Reading game should be interesting. It might not be for the league title, but it would definitely be to see who's ahead of who as far as the playoffs go. I think both of them are going to get – I think all 3 of these teams are going to get home fields on the first round.
Luckily, Wyoming is not in that division.
No,
that helps.
Wyoming's in Division 4. Of course, the Cowboys last week, that was their 52nd straight home regular season game. That's a win. That's the longest in Ohio. And the last team that beat them was Reading.
Wow.
And I know I don't know if you did that game. I know I did that game. The ICRC-TV did that game back in 2015 that when Reading beat them.
That was here, wasn't it?
It was here.
I do remember that game.
And
yes.
That was Reading's, I believe, 9th straight win of the season.
That.
Because the next week they went over the Indian Hill. And I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that was the double overtime.
Oh, my gosh. That might be one of the greatest games in CHL history.
That was unbelievable. And it was heartbreaking. Oh,
it was.
That was exciting.
It was. It wasn't just a spectacular way to end the season. Of course, unfortunately, Reading lost the first game of the playoffs, too. But still, see, they got to hurry up because they almost are out of time there. There's Johnson again. He's going to get about another 2-3 yards.
About 3 yards around the right end.
Now we got another flag.
We got another little extracurricular coming in here. See what they're going to call.
I'm kind of surprised Steinkenning's still in the game.
Flag down.
I look for him to maybe come out soon. And
well, you know, it's interesting right now. As far as the chart goes,
Reading's walking backwards. So
yeah,
I think Dickie Engel's the backup.
Dickie Engel's the backup quarterback. Yeah, he's freshman.
Dead ball foul.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Reading.
So that negates that run and puts him back another 15 yards.
Run the clock, he says. Run the clock.
Oh, that's right. Are we at, is it the 35? 35 points, isn't it?
I thought it was 30.
Maybe it is 30. You're right. So the clock should have been running the whole time anyway.
Which is a nice feature.
Yes.
I
agree.
I've been. They played hard. Looked like going to be a great game. Again, that fumble recovery for a touchdown. But yeah, they're not coming back.
Yeah. I remember doing a game.
They'll do well. They will do well. They got very solid players.
Please take your trash.
I remember doing a game a few years ago before that rule was over at Lachlan.
Oh boy!
And they were Lachlan. I can't remember if Lachlan was up or Lachlan was down, but the score at halftime was 50-0.
Oh my goodness!
The coaches just decided when they went out to run the clock.
Run the clock.
Yeah. So that was before that rule.
Well, we were talking about Cape one time. I used to coach JV basketball, and Cape came to Reading.
About 3 yards.
And unfortunately, they only brought 7 players for the JV team, which means they had no third string. They had no second, barely a second, but no third string.
Mm-hmm.
So we lost that game 92-17. Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness. And then of course we had to go, home and away. We had to go over there and play. Okay, coach, what speech do you give your players?
Let's get 18 this time.
Get them under 100. Keep them under 100.
Penalty flag once again.
Oh, no.
Another flag.
Why are you throwing
we
penalty
cannot
flags?
have this.
Offsides. Back and forth. Here we go.
Well, the clock is still running.
Yeah,
well,
that's true. It is running.
Yeah.
So my 35, my over/under, I'm gonna miss.
No, you are. You are. Well.
Oh.
That was good. That was a good prediction.
It actually was.
I know. It's not bad.
I did not think it would be this.
We got that on record, too.
Yeah.
That's only on there forever. Well, once again, thanks to Josh Chenstruff and his whole crew that's come out here tonight. All our camera people out here tonight. It's my main man, Eric Johan, down there on the sidelines. And
had some great pictures on the side from the
Yeah, I
sidelines.
know.
Great pictures from everybody. Good job, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Camera people are just great. So thanks to everybody that's helped out with this. ICRC-TV. I don't know where we're going to be next week. I will be out of town next week, so I will not be in any game next week. But so we'll see how things go. I'm sure Mike, you and I will probably be doing some games together as the season goes along.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
2 weeks from tonight.
Take care of that. Mike, of course, had that surgery.
Rotator cuff.
Rotator cuff.
Oh, it's the worst.
So, well.
Can't do anything.
You know, I think you were in line to come up for pitching for the Reds in September. So that
I was.
I just kind of blew it. Just blew it, didn't it?
I could go left-handed, but the 40 mile an hour fastball wasn't going to help. Those poor Reds.
Oh, yeah.
Felt so bad. They were in the thick of it. At least they were in the thick of it in September, you know?
Right.
It's been a while. I know last year with that strange season, they still made the playoffs, but it's been a while since 162 games. Some games at the end meant anything, so I'm good for them.
Victory formation for the Blue Devils right now. 4th down.
I think they're punting.
Oh, they are going to punt.
But I don't
it's a victory punt.
I don't think they're even going to snap the ball.
Oh, that's it. They don't have to snap the ball. Reading comes out with the shutout.
There we go.
After being shut out through the last 3 years, it's the Blue Devils on homecoming night that do the shutout here. They pitched a shutout against the Madeira Mustangs. The final score is 34-0. Reading scored with a Caden Connor 3-yard run. Dickie Engel a fumble recovery 17 yards. Steinkenny the hint for 37 yards. Steinkenny to Jaden Benmus, King Jaden, for 20 yards, and Caden Connor a 1-yard run. That's Reading's 34 points here. The Blue Devils go to 5-1 on the season, 3-1 in the CHL. Mustangs drop to 4-2 on the season and 1-2 in the CHL. Mike, final thoughts?
Well, it seems like a direct flip-flop for these two teams from I know Reading played Marymount when we did that, but you know, Reading has just gotten stronger, bigger, physical, wiser almost, and Madeira's got just maybe to get a little bit more together, and they'll be fine. They'll make the playoffs, we hope.
Yep.
And
you know
Reading
what?
might even face them.
Well, I was going to say, possibility in the playoffs.
Correct.
These teams could be facing each other. We'll have to see how it goes here. But we're getting a horse ahead of the cart right now.
Right. Congratulations, though, to Reading. I think they showed a lot tonight.
Yes.
So if there were teams, Indian Hill and Marymount are scouting, or Taylor are scouting, they got some things to worry about. The defense was flying to the ball. No big plays against the defense. They, of course, pitched a shutout. And the offense finally came to life after about 3 series.
And it's a hard team to defend because
Yes,
you've got a
very
lot
hard
of people
team to
out. You've
defend.
got a lot of people out there that can make things work here. So
They got a quarterback with a great arm. They got a running back with just he won't quit. And then the wide receivers, every one of them can get open.
all right, Mike, take care of that shoulder.
Yes, thank you, Bill.
All right. Once again, our final score from Reading's Veterans Stadium. Hello again to all those people out there watching this game live. We are glad you have joined us here. Your final score here from Reading's Veterans Stadium. The Blue Devils 34, the Mustangs 20. I gave them 20 points. How about 0? Sorry about that, Reading. But 34, the 0 right there.
There we go.
Thanks to everybody. This is for Mike Day. This is Bill Brett saying goodbye.